Okay, I'm going to start recording here. So the Caro Kann. Let's see how he plays this, the two knights defense. There are the two knights, it's not really a defense. Okay, this could be good for me depending on how he plays this. Alright, yeah. I think I'll just take it. Not sure what the right move is there. Okay, I have plenty of time. Yeah, go ahead. I don't mind if he takes my knight. Okay, if he takes my knight, I do have to worry about the defense of my d-pawn. Alright, I think I pull the bishop back here. But then, if he takes my knight, I have to take with the pawn. That's not good. Alright. Yep. So we trade queens, and I've got a weak pawn structure here. I'm going to have to castle queenside. So this opening is not going my way. Let's see. Alright. So I'm going to have to defend that pawn. Probably you could push the c pawn. Okay. I'll just pull the bishop back. Not sure if I want to go to h2 or g3. I might want to leave the g file open for my rook, because my f pawn isn't coming under attack. Alright, castle queenside. Okay, those pawns are solidified. I just get my rook to the e file. Do I want to trade my light squared bishop for that knight? If this gets to an endgame, my pawns over on the f and h file are a weakness. Okay. I'm going to double up my rooks. If I double up my rooks, and then I play c4, his bishop will only be protected by one piece. I don't know, I'm trying to find plans here. It's not easy. Okay. Well, he's trying to shut that dark squared bishop out of the game. I'm going to double up my rooks now. So that bishop can't move. He brings in the king. Alright, well, I think I definitely got to get rid of that knight. Maybe I should have pushed the c-pawn instead of brought the bishop to c4. And then I could have taken on f4. But let's see what he does. He can play g5. Now he does that. Okay, so now I can take the knight and then the pawn. I'll definitely do that. And my bishop, which was about to get shut out of the game, gets to stay in. Okay. So despite the bad pawn structure, I'm pawn up. Okay, probably put a rook on e5, see what he wants to do about that d5 pawn. Yep, okay. I can pull the bishop back. I wouldn't mind a trade here. I wouldn't mind liquidating the rooks as well. And then we get to an endgame. If I pull the bishop back, if he takes my rook, I take back, that's fine. Trading, do I want to trade the rooks? I do have an extra pawn on the queen side. Trading the rooks might not be bad. I'll do it. Okay. Do I block with the f-pawn? I don't mind shutting things down on the king side there. And I can always play f3 to get that bishop into the game. Now, and I might as well do that now. So I'm going to try to win this endgame based on those queenside pawns. So I don't know, I can play b3, I can bring the king up, of course. I don't know if the order even matters. Okay, b3, comes up, takes. That seems okay. I think I have to do this, right? What else? I don't want to make any progress. Takes, and if he wants to take, I get my king and advance my king. I have that one pawn. Feels like I should either win or draw. Or I could push the pawn now. Maybe that's better. If I play c4, c5. Yeah, I might like that better. I have a passed pawn. Don't know if that's enough to win. Okay. a4 keeps his king out. I'll play that. Okay, so king c3 and then up. I don't know if I can really go up. King c3 I think has got to be the next move. Is there any benefit to pushing the h-pawn? I don't think so. King c3. This is feeling pretty drawish. Not sure what to do. If I go to b4, he brings up his bishop. And then I have to go back anyway. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I go back. Do I go back to b3 or a3? Hmm. Is there a point to pushing that h-pawn? Can I give up the f-pawn? I don't know. I think I'm okay with the draw. I don't see any way to make progress here. Okay. Now what if I start pushing that pawn? King comes up. I'm just going to shuffle my bishop. I don't know what to do. Unless he makes a mistake, I'm not winning this. But if he ever loses track of that c pawn, like if he can't do it now, but if he ever captured the pawn on a4, I could just start moving. But then the bishop could come up to a5. Okay, so now I gotta protect my pawn. I don't care if he takes my a pawn because I'm just gonna start pushing that c pawn. Please take my a pawn. I think he sees that if he takes the a pawn, that just loses, right? Then I start pushing the c pawn. What if I start now? Alright. I'm just going to move my king. It's the same deal. He can't take that a pawn, I don't think. Of course, I can't move my bishop anymore. Alright, that move does nothing. We should be headed for a draw. I don't see any way to push for a win. I don't see any way for him to push for a win either. Oh boy. Well, now I can push that pawn, but he sees that he can go to a5. Yeah, that stops my pawn. Okay, I've got a problem. I think I lose. Maybe not, though. I've got a passed pawn still. Okay, at least my bishop is in a more active post. I can force him maybe to trade off the bishops. Yeah, he's going to do that. I think I'd be okay with a bishop trade. Because I still have that passed pawn. Alright. His king can't ever move up, so I think this is still a draw. He can't ever move his king to the 4th rank and beyond, because then I start pushing the c pawn. And my king is going to be able to stop the a pawn. This is just a draw. Okay, that doesn't really matter. I'll bring my king over. Okay, so I'll go snatch that a pawn. I'm gonna offer a draw. And it's a draw.